Hello and welcome to TTV News broadcasting on TayNinhTV newspaper and radio television with some latest events in TayNinhTV province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, ministries, central and local agencies must thoroughly understand their responsibilities in dispersing public investment capital with clear assignments based on the principle of six specific people, specific tasks, specific timelines, specific responsibility, specific outcomes, and specific authority, while emphasizing the role of leaders. Work must be focused, prioritized, and a task must be completed decisively. This was the directive from Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính at the third national conference on promoting public investment in 2025, held on the morning of September 17.
According to the report, the public investment capital disbursement in the first 6 months of 2025 nationwide reached 409 trillion Vietnam dong and equivalent to 46.3% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister. And this figure supports both the rate and the absolute value compared to the same period in 2024, an increase of 5.9% or more than 135 trillion Vietnam dong. And among them, the 9 ministries and central agencies along with the 20 localities recorded a disbursement rate higher than the national average. Some units with a large allocated capital still ensure disbursement progress, and for the national target programs, the disbursement rate reached for 52.4%. However, there remain issues and limitations in disbursement. As of now, 18 ministries and central agencies and 30 localities have not yet fully allocated their investment plans with a total unallocated capital of nearly 38.4 trillion Vietnam dong. At the conference, delegates focused on clarifying the existing problems and circles and the causes of delays in public investment disbursement. They also presented recommendations and proposed solutions to accelerate public investment disbursement in 2025. In his concluding remarks, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized that ministries, central agencies, and localities must thoroughly grasp their responsibilities in dispersing public investment capital, with specific assignment based on the six specific principle, specific people, tasks, timelines, responsibilities, products, and authority, and especially promotes the role of the leadership. Focus should be placed on resolving obstacles related to clearance, land use, procedures, staffing, and construction materials. Agencies should urgently reorganize and complete their organizational structure following administrative unit restructuring, ensure management capacity, and project implementation. The Prime Minister also directed that key national and inter-regional projects be accelerated with an emphasis on the quality and effectiveness, along with a strong stance on preventing corruption, negativity, and wastefulness.
As part of the local promotion program in South Korea and China on the afternoon of September 16, a delegation from TayNinhTV province led by Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Hải, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Vietnam Federal Committee of TayNinhTV province, paid a visit and held a working session at the Seoul Global Center in South Korea. Mr. Huỳnh Văn Sơn, Vice Chairman of the Provincial Committee, also joined the delegation. The meeting opened up opportunities for TayNinhTV province to explore international support models aimed at creating favorable conditions for local students to study and work in an international environment before returning to Vietnam. The Seoul Global Center is a one-stop service agency providing comprehensive support for foreigners in Seoul, with a special focus on programs tailored for international students such as dedicated consultation services, career training, assistance with application and interview preparation, corporate connections for internships, and job placement. These services are designed to help international students quickly adapt and gain valuable experience. Amid growing international exchange and cooperation, TayNinhTV province continues to expand its promotion activities to showcase local potential and strengths to key international markets. On that foundation, according to the latest data from the Foreign Investment Agency, South Korea has reaffirmed its position as one of Vietnam's most important investment partners, including in TayNinhTV province.
The statistics show that in the first half of this year, the South Korea ranked the second among 92 countries and territories invested in Vietnam, with a total investment of over $3 billion, accounting for nearly 14.3% of the total FDI, and more than the double that of the same period last year. And this growth trend is also clearly reflected in TayNinhTV. Among more than 40 countries and territories engaged in investment cooperation in the province, the South Korea ranked the second in the number of projects and the fourth in the total investment capital. With 276 projects and the total reaches the capital of over $2 billion. South Korean enterprises account for 14.42% of all projects and 8.56% of the total reaches the capital in TayNinhTV. The South Korean companies in TayNinhTV primarily focus on the key industrial sectors such as garment manufacturing, processing and manufacturing industry, alongside the real estate business and factory leasing. And these enterprises have made a significant contribution to the job creation and have promoted the economic restructuring of the province towards industrialization and modernization.
Alongside investment flows from South Korea, TayNinhTV province has also made a strong mark in attracting investment from China. Currently, the province holds over 1,900 FDI projects with a total registered capital of more than $24.3 billion. Of this, Chinese investor accounts for nearly 1,000 projects with total capital of approximately $10 billion, primarily concentrated in the processing and manufacturing industries, supporting industry and logistics. China is now TayNinhTV's top foreign investor, forming a solid foundation for the province to further enhance international connectivity, improve the quality and scale of investment projects, and move toward building global production and supply chains. These efforts aim to provide sustainable development and strengthen TayNinhTV's position as a strategic destination for international investors. In recent years, TayNinhTV has emerged as a regional highlight, thanks to its urban investment environment, stable economic growth, and increasingly modernized infrastructure, particularly in transportation and logistics. Additionally, its strategic location in the southeast of Vietnam, bordering Ho Chi Minh City and acting as a key gateway connecting the Mekong Delta and the Kingdom of Cambodia, combined with its network of expressway, international border-gates, river ports, and other infrastructure, has enabled TayNinhTV to become a critical logistic and goods transshipment hub in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, building on the achievements of the former Long An and TayNinhTV provinces, the newly merged TayNinhTV province has been effectively seizing every opportunity, creating strong momentum for breakthroughs and asserting its position as one of the key localities within southern key economic region.
Over the past 5 years, TayNinhTV's regional domestic product GDP has grown an average rate at 6.73%, with the province expected to rank 10 nationally in the economic scale and reaching for 350 trillion Vietnam dong this year. And that achievement is not only the result of timely leadership of the Provincial Party Committee and the People's Committee, but also the significant contributions of the business community. And to date, the province has nearly 38,200 registered enterprises, with a total registered capital of over 916.8 trillion Vietnam dong. Over the past 5 years, thanks to the support and companionship of the provincial and the local authorities, TayNinhTV has created a transparent, open and fair business environment, effectively mobilizing all resources to promote the socio-economic development. And this competitive advantage has fostered an attractive, efficient and equitable investment climate. Alongside industry, agriculture continues to serve as a key pillar of TayNinhTV's economy, and notably in the past 5 years, the agriculture, forestry and fishery sector has maintained an average annual growth rate of 3.5%, contributing to more than 15% to the province's GDP. And with the current production momentum, the sector aims for the 4% growth target this year. We have developed and implemented a strategic plan at the local level with a specific goal of achieving over 4.13 million tons of rice this year. And we are also continuing to support the cooperatives and businesses in assessing the markets, especially by helping restore issues related to export warnings and planting area costs, gradually strengthening the province's agricultural brand. Another highlight is the National Target Program on the New Rural Development, which has become increasingly effective and transformative in shaping the rural areas. Following the provincial consolidation, 67 out of 82 communes have now met the rural standards, accounting for nearly 82%, including 5 communes that have reached advanced rural standards. And this forms a critical foundation for the further enhancing rural living standards across the province. This term, we aim not only to maintain our advanced new rural status, but also elevate the Phước Lý to a model rural commune. And more importantly, we are striving to meet the target set in the Urban World Development Criteria, which presents our broader vision for the innovation and upward progress. From impressive economic growth figures and the rising strength of business community to significant strides in agriculture and rural development, TayNin is steadily affirming its position as a dynamic rural hub. And these achievements are not only the results of proactive governance and enterprises' contributions, but also the shared ambitions and determination of the entire province to break through and reach the new heights. And in the current of upcoming development phases, TayNin province focusing on a wide range of economic development solutions in tandem with the environmental protection, aiming toward the green growth, a circular economy, and sustainable development. With a consistent feel that economic growth must go hand in hand with environmental protection, the province has over time issued plans and implement numerous tasks and measures to strengthen the state management of environmental affairs and local environmental protection activities. As a result, this work has gradually become more systematic and regulated. And with a clear strategic and specific solutions in place, TayNin is expected to continue achieving important milestones in the socio-economic development and closely linked to environmental preservation, and thereby shaping the province into a model of green growth and sustainable development in the near future.
According to statistics from the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, TayNin province has welcomed over 104,000 tons of international tourist arrivals since the beginning of 2025. Most visitors have come from Cambodia, China, South Korea, India, Thailand, and Taiwan, China. With the goal of making tourism a key economic sector by 2030, the province is currently focused on developing tourism infrastructure and products tailored to market needs. Key solutions include boosting communication, promotion, and marketing efforts, particularly through social media platforms, improving service quality, and diversifying tourism products. In addition, the province is also supporting the development of local tourism businesses and communities, aiming to build a civilized, friendly, professional, and respectful tourism ecosystem. At the same time, TayNin is promoting its destinations via digital platforms such as websites, mobile apps, Zillow, YouTube, and official fanpage. Ladies and gentlemen, not only does TayNin attract a large number of international visitors, but it also left a lasting impression through the simple, genuine experiences of the Đông Tháp 10 region. Visitors who have the chance to stay foot here can easily find humble homes that have become interesting stops along the way. Right within the living space of the locals, tourists can fully appreciate the rustic charm of this land. On his first visit to TayNin, Mr. Roberts, an American tourist, experienced weaving water hyacinth baskets alongside residents of Vinh Camille. From bright water hyacinth strands, skillful hands created durable and beautiful baskets that carry the breath of the riverine region. This simple craft made his journey even more memorable.
Yeah, I thought the basket weaving was fantastic. It was hard, very hard, and I messed up a few times, but they seem to be really connected in the community. not only with each other, but also in terms of Lansing, and then finding the market on the other end, which seems fantastic. I love it. Yes, I think I would. I think it would be probably, yeah, attached to a trip to Ho Chi Minh. But if you spend some time in the city and then advertise time outside of the city, it could be a good combination of things.
The arrival and participation of tourists not only serve as an effective promotion for the local culture, but also open opportunities to connect the community. I also hope that tourism companies will get involved to support locals in promoting their products, learning good practices, and improving new products to export, thereby developing what we call traditional handicrafts. Besides weaving water hyacinth, the group of tourists was also delighted to pick restaurant mushrooms directly at the local household mushroom farm in the Camille. Simple but culturally rich community tourism models like this, if properly supported and developed, can become key attractions for visitors. Judge of this, policies and collaboration with tourism enterprises are necessary, helping Dong Tháp 10 Camils preserve their cultural identity while creating stable livelihoods for residents.
And the Global Innovation Index report published by the World Intellectual Property Organization in Geneva, Switzerland, has officially released at 3:30 p.m. local time for the 8:30 p.m. of Hanoi. On September 16 this year, the number of countries and territories included in the survey increased from 133 to 139, and Vietnam ranked the 44th, maintaining its position from 2024. Among the GWS component indicators, Vietnam ranks the first globally in the three areas. Most notably, Vietnam is ranked the number one in the world for the high-tech imports, accounting for 29.4%, and tying with Hong Kong of China, and surpassing Malaysia for the third and the Philippines for the fourth. And this indicator reflects Vietnam's high reliance on high-tech imports, while also demonstrating its deep integration into global supply chains.
On September 16 in Hanoi, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended and delivered a keynote speech at the high-level dialogue of the Vietnam Private Sector Forum 2025, or VPSF, under the theme Unleashing Potential, Shaping Vietnam's Future. Speaking at the forum, the Prime Minister emphasized the government as a companion, ministries as innovators, seamless infrastructure, enabling institutions, pioneering enterprises. These are the pillars of Vietnam's development. He also expressed his hope that the private business community could grow rapidly and sustainably, leading in innovation, digital transformation, green transition, and driving forward new economic models such as the circular economy, sharing economy, and knowledge-based economy. Organized by the Vietnam Young Entrepreneurs Association, the forum attracted over 1,500 entrepreneurs, experts, and international organizations. Participants engaged in discussions across 4 key themes, focused on integration strategies, sustainable development, and strengthening business capacity. At the conclusion of the forum, the VPSF 2025 Joint Declaration was adopted, reaffirming the strong commitment of the private sector to collaborate with the government on the journey to realize Vietnam's development aspirations by 2045. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, thanks to the consensus of the people and the innovative efforts of local organizations, the community mobilization work in Tân Lâm Camille has created a strong ripple effect, contributing to the transformation of the rural landscape and improving the quality of life for residents. The Green Clean Beautiful Road models and activities against plastic waste and waste sorting at the source, initiated by the Women's Union of the Camille, have attracted active participation from its members. These floral-like roads not only beautify the rural areas, but also raise awareness and a sense of responsibility among residents to collectively protect their living environment.
Cái mô hình này
The Women's Union, along with the Fatherland, launched the Green Clean Beautiful Road model, and we also actively joined the movement to plant along the connecting roads in Xóm Mới hamlet so that we can contribute to building and enhancing the aesthetic of the new rural hamlet and the whole Tân Lân commune. In reality, the rural landscape of Tân Lân commune is becoming increasingly vibrant, with clear improvements in new rural development criteria. The commune continues to maintain and raise the standards it has achieved, especially in transportation, culture, and environment, aiming toward the goal of becoming a model new rural commune. To fulfill the criteria for building a model new rural commune, the role of the Fatherland Branch and local organizations is very important, among which the key criterion is building models of green, clean, and safe roads to contribute to environmental landscape construction. This is one of the environmental criteria. In addition, transportation infrastructure has been invested in and upgraded. Over the past term, more than 91% of main roads have been paved, facilitating travel and goods exchange for residents. With the joint efforts and solidarity of the political system and the people, Tân Lân is steadily completing its criteria and striving to become a model new rural commune in the near future. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.